Hey guys. Sorry, my hair is a bit everywhere at the moment. Um, wow, that's so annoying. Okay. Today I decided to do a more topicy video. I'm going to do the mental health tag. So yeah, first off, I just want to apologize if I'm not very loud because I'm outside and I'm on my laptop again. I've had a bit of a hectic morning. The landlord I'm so sorry. I hate people that sit in their videos and play with their hair. Yeah, the landlord set up a pest inspector guy to come and just kind of look through the house, and that gave me anxiety and whatever. But you probably hear Coco in the background. I'm looking after my dad's dog Coco for a week. She likes to play games, and she's brought me this. It's like I think I want to say Banksia. I don't know. I can't really see any trees. But yeah, it's like a little seed pod type thing. And she'll just throw anything. Like it could be a ball or a piece of rope. She's brought me a leaf before. I was like, are you serious, Coco? Sorry, I'm a bit nervous as well. I don't know why I get nervous because I'm just talking to a computer. Like my mouth's all dry and everything. Okay, first question. What is your mental illness? So not all of these are diagnosed yet because it's still a work in progress with my doctor and my psychiatrist. We're still going through it. Okay, major depression and anxiety is what I've been diagnosed with originally. And then the psychiatrist also diagnosed me with OCD and social anxiety. I've been struggling with these for years, but also like body dysmorphia and eating problems, I guess. Like I haven't been diagnosed with anything have been putting this off for years. Like my boyfriend has only just made me see treatment and everything for it. So I've always had problems with my body and with eating. I guess I would fall under, if I was to be diagnosed, with the EDNOS, eating disorder, not otherwise specified. Because it's a bit of a cluster, really. So also recently I've been diagnosed with a form of dyslexia. It's called island syndrome. Sorry, and it's to do with how your brain processes things. Like your eyes see in a spectrum of colors, and there's something off with mine. So I've got this special piece of pink plastic that I can put over sheets of paper, and it helps me read. And yeah, I'm only just sort of finding out about this as well, because this is only like last week or the week before that I found out about this. And so I'm going to have to get special glasses that'll have like a colored lens, and I'll be really cool. All right. When were you diagnosed? That's question 2. So I've only just sought treatment and talked to the doctors. Sorry, I don't know why, but I keep yawning and my mouth is so dry. So yeah, I've been diagnosed in the last probably, I'm gonna say 9 months. It's been this year, definitely. My moods at home and my depression and just getting anxious about everything and not wanting to talk to people or go anywhere was just getting way too much for my boyfriend to handle. And so he said, you know what, Kim, you really need to see someone about this. Like, I've been putting it off for years. I'm 24 now, and the depression, the first like real episode of it hit when I was like 14, that I can remember, and my parents kind of just ignored it and put it off to, being a teenager listening to grunge music. Question number 3, who knows about it? So obviously my boyfriend knows about it. He knows about the majority of it. I've spoken to my mum about it, but she kind of just fluffs it off and turns it around about herself. And, you know, she believes that I'm psychic and that my aura is like drawing in all the negative energy around me, and that's why I'm sad. I don't actually have depression. So, yeah, that's my mum. She decided to gossip about me and tell my whole family, like my grandparents, my aunties, everyone. So they all know about that. I don't know what she's told them, but I know that they know, and it's extremely awkward for me because I've never said anything to them. Callum's parents know. Originally, we just told his mum because she was staying with us for 3 months, and we only told her about the depression and anxiety. And then she decided to tell Callum's dad, who is a psych nurse at the local hospital. So now he's really involved and wants to, completely just control everything, like saying my psychiatrist is a bad one, you should go to this one who's his friend. And everyone just won't butt out. So I've got all them. I had to tell my work because my doctor actually, first off, he put me on sick leave for 3 months because I was having, panic attacks every day at work. And then I pretty much just had a nervous breakdown. Like I lost it. And so he put me off work for 3 months. But now he wants me to go off work a bit more permanently. Good, come here. Say hello. Hello. Oh, Coco, look. Look, he's there. Okay. Sit down. Good girl. Wow, I've just forgotten where I was. Oh yeah, so I told my work, and my doctor is now wanting me to take disability leave and not work for a few years, just while we try and sort this out. I don't really know how I feel about that because, there's so many more people out there that are worse than me, and I don't know, I just feel like the money would be wasted on me, and I should be out there being a perfect person and working in the world. And I have, sorry, can you hear my cockatiels? They're also going off because they see me out here talking, and they're like, why aren't you talking to us? Sorry, I'm getting a bit, yeah. My suspicions that I've actually talked to him about, I've been looking up Asperger's syndrome or Asperger's disorder. I don't even think they call it Asperger's anymore, actually. I think they just put it under the autism spectrum, like very high functioning. I know, obviously, this is just a very small piece of my life right now, so I'm a lot different in the real world when I'm not, put some makeup on and talking to a camera. But yeah, a lot of the symptoms and just like typical things of Asperger's really fit in with me. So yeah, I'll be interested to see where that goes. Question 4. What treatment have you had for it? So I've had 2 therapist appointments. I just couldn't afford to keep going back, so I haven't gone back to the psychologist or any therapy really. I see my doctor a couple of times a month, like every kind of 2 weeks, and he's really good. And he bulk bills, so it's free, but he doesn't specialize in any of these mental health issues. He's kind of, just a regular GP, and I keep, the puzzle plays out every time I go in. We figure out new things, and I do put a lot of pressure on him. I kind of treat him like a therapist or something, and he keeps on, pushing me to go back to a psychologist, which I will. I know I have to. I need to work on this. It's just finding someone who will do it for free, or like I have a mental health care plan which gives me like 10 free sessions, but the therapist that I went to, she makes you pay $135 straight up, and then you get back a certain percentage of it through Medicare. But sometimes I don't even have that money in my bank account. I'm terrible at saving. Oh yeah, and he sent me to a psychiatrist to kind of get a second, sorry, a second opinion. So I've got another appointment with him on the 10th of November. And as I said, this is all just beginning. Like, I'm just figuring out how to speak to people about my problems. Like, my family was always, ignore your emotions, keep it inside, don't talk about it. If I was upset or afraid, having an anxiety attack, it would be stop being a wuss, like it wasn't. Number 5, hardest part about living with a mental illness. It's really hard. Everything about it is hard. I guess for me, the hardest part at the moment is trying to get my boyfriend to understand. Like, he means well, but he doesn't understand it, and he has, anger problems of his own, and so if he sees me upset, he wants to fix it, and if he can't fix it, then he gets angry. And so, I might be having a down day, just, it happens, and he'll say, "What's wrong?" And I'll say nothing, because I know as soon as I tell him what's wrong, he starts to get angry. He's like, "Oh, it's fucking always depression, or it's always anxiety, or it's always eating." Like, it's never good. And I try my hardest. I try so hard to, put on a happy front and be perfect, but I just can't. And I just wish he would understand that. I wish he knew that it's not something that I can just turn off and on, and I can just control when I have an anxiety attack. And also, it causes problems with us because he's always having to look after me. Like, he's a boyfriend, but he's also a carer, and sometimes feels like a parent. Like, the roles. And he's like, "Well, if I'm looking after you, who's looking after me?" Which is fair enough, like, I just wish I could be who he needs me to be. I just wish I could be a different person, Okay, number 6. Something that surprised you about your illness or recovery. I'm not recovered. I wouldn't even say that I'm in recovery, because I haven't really figured out everything. I think I really need to have the straightforward medical diagnosis that I can, have on a piece of paper and show to my boyfriend and show to my family and be like, "Look, I'm not making it up. This is it. This is what's wrong with me." And then I think I can go from there as soon as I know and I understand, because I don't really understand what's inside me at the moment. So as soon as I know and understand, then I can talk to my family about it, and then we can work on it. I guess one thing that is surprising is before I actually came out and, started telling people what's going on with me, and I would have to just kind of keep it all inside. Once you tell people, their opinion kind of changes about you. Like, there's such a, I don't know, taboo kind of thing surrounding mental illness. Like, people look down on it and people don't want to talk about it. They just want to keep it behind closed doors. And that really does surprise me, because there are so many people out there that suffer from mental illnesses. Like, I don't know the statistic, but yeah, a lot more people than you think have these problems. Number 7, what is one false assumption about mental illnesses that you wish to correct? Well, obviously, just what I said, like, it's not our fault kind of thing. Like, I sit there and I feel so bad. Like, I hate myself for what I am. And I think I need to have people understand so I can understand, and then I won't feel so bad about myself. Like, sorry, that probably made no sense. I have such a trouble speaking. Like, I have the thoughts in my head, but then when I try and put them into words, just, yeah, I know, I just wish people could be more understanding about it. I don't want people to think that eating issues is all about vanity and wanting to look like the models or wanting to be skinny. Like, it's so much more than that. And I really couldn't care less about the models. Like, I don't want to look like them. I just want to be happy with myself. Sorry, this video has probably been just a bunch of waffling and it's probably hard to hear me. But I hope that I have answered the questions well enough. Um, so yeah, if you have any questions or like topics that you'd want me to do a video on, please tell me. I'm going to end this now before I just keep talking and talking. So thanks so much for listening, if you did listen, and yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.